So let's talk about this one. This video is about karma. Now, I don't have anything personally against Wendy Williams, but I think that she might be the textbook case of what karma is. Life is a cold game. The energy you put out there, sometimes it's the energy that you get back.
Heartbreaking news today about former talk show host Wendy Williams. New court documents filed by her legal guardian say she is now permanently incapacitated by her ongoing health battles.
Heartbreaking news. Wendy Williams is being described as permanently incapacitated due to her battle with dementia and aphasia. Her guardian, attorney Sabrina Morrissey, made the disturbing revelation in court filings. Wendy was last seen in public at a holistic store back in August, taking a photo with a fan in New Jersey. The former talk show host was also the subject of a Lifetime documentary that was criticized for showing Wendy at her lowest, looking out of it, and perhaps not fully aware of what was going on.
Wendy Williams is only like 60 years old and has dementia. Things can happen to people earlier in life. I had an uncle who ended up having dementia kind of early. One of the things that's kind of stuck out with me with Wendy is that back in her radio days, when Charlemagne was on there, I used to listen to the radio show, and I used to be back then. I was kind of shocked. This is like early 2000s. I was kind of shocked is how she would kind of really talk badly about guests. I mean, to their face. You know what I'm saying? In the studio. And even obviously when the guests weren't there, she's talking behind people's back. And this is media. I know people do that, and that's the way you get well, it wasn't views back then, but that's how you get listens, because it was a regular terrestrial radio. She kind of spent most of her career really talking badly about people. And one of the things that stuck out to me was when she talked about Whitney Houston.
There drug use going on at this present time?
Who are you talking to?
To you, Whitney.
Ask me no questions like I'm a child. Y'all want to know what I'm doing all the time. I don't give a shit about what you're doing all the time. You are so nosy, man. You don't even know what I do. Like you said, you never met me. You don't know me. You ain't been in my house. You don't live with me. You don't sleep with me. You don't do shit with me, but talk about me. So watch what you say. Watch what the you say. And if I was really like back in the day in Newark, I'd meet you outside. But I'm a lady and I have a class.
Now, as people know, obviously Whitney died in 2012. I mean, this interview was from 2003, way before Wendy was on TV. But to see where Wendy ended up now, I think that life, whether you religious or not religious, man, I think that the energy you put out will come back to you. And if you keep putting out bad energy, talking about people, especially people who have serious problems, like Whitney was obviously troubled, and obviously Wendy was troubled. A lot of people didn't really understand how deeply troubled she was until later on. She ended up getting divorced. Her husband kind of embarrassed her. He ended up getting another woman. And obviously I think she had Graves' disease, if I'm not mistaken. It may have been lupus and some other issues that she had. But I mean, these issues have kind of devoured her at the age of just 60. And physically things happen to you, no question. But I think that when you're putting out really bad energy, it actually makes you sick. A lot of cancer, a lot of sickness comes from bad energy that's within your body. So I think that she had a great platform. And, again, talking about people and being controversial, I get it. I think she still could have approached it like that, especially when she got on TV. She toned it down a little bit from when she was on the radio. But I think a lot of that energy she put throughout her career, I think that helped to devour her internally. Now, again, maybe I sound a little bit spooky or spiritual or religious, but it's really just the reality of what you put out there. So it's sad to see what happened. And, when you talk about karma, when you talk about what goes around comes around, I mean, she is the textbook case. Charlemagne the God came up under her. I used to be shocked, like, who is this dude on the radio with her just talking badly to people's face? And I think Charlemagne has kind of turned his energy around, and he's turned his career to a place, and he's gotten to places that maybe he didn't even think he was going to get. And he started off in the Breakfast Club kind of doing the same thing, talking to people to their face to create these controversial interviews. But I think there's a place for it. And even when you start to get your career sparked, I think you have to turn that energy around before you get old. Charlemagne, me and him are about the same age. So as he's gotten older, I've seen he's tamped that stuff down and kind of went in a direction where he's critical, but he's not over the top, and he's not dancing on people's problems. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually you end up dancing on people's graves. And what happens is that comes back to you. and people end up dancing on yours. So this is just a quick little thing about Wendy. I thought it was sad when I saw the news with her. I think it was already going in that direction, as I've been seeing with her the past couple of years. But let me know what you think in the comments. Was it karma with Wendy Williams? Do you believe in karma, or do you think it's just something that was destined to happen to her anyway? Crucial Convo. Peace.